Today I'm breaking down the top 5 meta guns, and not only that, I'm explaining why they're meta. I get the comment a lot, why do you call it meta? Because I'm making the most meta form of the class you're seeing on the screen. It doesn't mean it's the best gun of all time, but every gun you're about to see in this list I've dropped high 30 kill games with, and everyone's, oh, bot lobbies. I've definitely invited subscribers to play in the lobbies where I get 30 kills and oh, it's like they get like 6 kills. I don't want to hear it. These guns are cracked. You gotta try them out. Enjoy the video. Hit that sub, hit that like. Let's get right into it. Alright gang, starting with number 5. Any of these guns, like I would literally run any of these guns any game. So I'm gonna do like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but there's only one gun that's actually absolute meta right now, in my opinion. Just based on play, it's the most consistent gun I've used where I've dropped high 30 kills. But in general, all these guns are super duper good, and if you are a good player, like any of these guns will get you over 30 kills, no doubt. Like I've done it with every gun I'm about to talk about. I've dropped well over 30 kills with that weapon. Starting off, we got the TAC 56. I rock this iron sight. We got the FSS combat grip that's going to be tuned at 0-0 and 0-0. I like to leave it untuned just because it has a great balance as it is. The 60 round mags, the FTAC Ripper 56, all these attachments I'm about to show are maxed out for recoil stabilization and aiming idle stability. So up and then to the right, this class it's an iron sight build, has a great ADS speed on it, but the point of it is to be an absolute laser. Whenever I'm using guns like this in my videos, this is usually when I get like my biggest accusations. It used to be for Cronus, everyone, you know, oh you got a Cronus, oh you got a Cronus. And now it's people saying, oh, well, you use a, whatever they're called, strike packs. Brother, I got a scuff with paddles, and I don't know if you noticed that, but I have to leave it like hardwired in because there are no battery ports or anything. I don't know if you can read that, but those are branded right there. Scuff, controller, I mean, there's nothing here to help me with recoil. I just make absolute laser beams for classes that don't move. So this gun, absolute laser beam. Don't listen to these nerds. Oh, he rocks it. No, this is legit. It's super legit. If you need help controlling your recoil, I got a video on that, and I'm actually about to make a new one I think a lot of people can benefit from. But I have one out now if you can't wait. So for the STB 556 coming in at number 4, this gun's super solid. I got a big buff with the last update, so we're at 0.97 and minus 1.65. All, if you ever seen AMOP before, max it out to far. It gives you less visual recoil, helps a ton. 42 round mags, FTAC Ripper 56 at 0.80 and 0.40. Komodo Heavy is going to be at 0.80 and 0.35, and then the Bruin S as well is going to be at 0.50 and 0.40. This class has a little bit more recoil, nothing crazy though. Again, this is straight shooter material. I mean, this thing, I mean, look at that. If I were to just not even hold the controller and let it rip down range, you see how it only has vertical recoil for the most part? It's only going up. So if you had like a little bit of strafe to your shots as you're shooting this, I mean, it's pretty ridiculous. It's a super laser beam, but that's, again, whenever I build a meta class, as I call them, they have 0 recoil. And that's how you want these classes. You don't want them to have recoil. That's what makes them so good. You win gunfights when you hit more shots than the other person. That's usually how it works. Sometimes you get cheesed, but if you have better aim, you're gonna drop the kills. Like, if you watch my spectating video from yesterday, you'll see I watched so many matches with Grizz yesterday where people had great aim or great movement. Like their movement was great, it was fluid, auto attack sprint, diving out of gunfights, sliding, but their shots were horrible. Like they could not control the recoil. People just think that you just aim and shoot, but you got to counter the recoil with your right stick. I mean, you got to, and the left stick for the horizontal, I mean, it's a lot to it. So whenever you have builds like this M4, X10 grip 0-0, 45 round mags, FTAC Ripper 56, you'll see a trend here. Look, I'm using the best long range barrel on all these guns. I'm using the FTAC Ripper 56 maxed out and the Komodo Heavy. I build all my ARs the same, but you get the same result. And this is what I'm getting at. When you have guns like this that do not move and they have a solid ADS speed for being this far range, you're gonna win these gunfights. And I got a comment the other day, oh, well, this is like, I think this is the final gun you've called meta. You've called every gun in the game meta at this point. These are meta builds, like the most effective tactics available for this gun. When I say meta, I mean this is like, this gun's meta. This is the best you will ever see this gun. And I genuinely believe that for this gun. I mean, look at this M4's recoil. It's nothing. Absolutely zero. This is where people start calling hacks on everybody when they see people lasering like this. So make this class out. This is a spray without holding the joystick. It's just a slight vertical recoil. And then you go in here, let's do it with the hands up. So I go in here, I'm just gonna slowly pull that joystick down as I'm shooting and control that recoil. It's so light, this gun is cracked. Going on to our next build, we have the ISO. The ISO did get nerfed. It's still super good though. I mean, we've seen it with Call of Duty. That's like a super trend with COD. Every time something gets nerfed, it doesn't quite get nerfed enough. That's ISO Hemlock for you. It's here to stay, I'm almost certain. The meta build hasn't changed, so if you have a build like this, you know, it's probably hasn't changed with minus 1.84, minus 1.65, 45 round mags, high velocity ammunition at 0.52 and 6.97. Echoless 80 muzzle at minus 1.08 and 0.68. The FSS Olay V laser, that's gonna be at 0.37 and minus 27.97. Let's bring this joint into the firing range. This does have a little more recoil. I know this gun's like kind of known for being a laser, but it has pretty heavy up and to the right recoil. I shoot at the wall, you'll notice it crawls up and to the right pretty consistently. So whenever we're here, you know, it's just down to the left. You're able to get those crazy shots. Super solid build, but in my opinion, not the best gun right now because of the aim. Ironically enough, in my opinion, meta right now is this Cast-Off 7.62 because it hits like a Mack truck. Does have recoil. It's like running the AMAX. It's a skill-based gun. Don't run this gun and be like, oh, it's trash, you can't hit shots. Learn to control recoil. This gun is dirty. We get the AMO PV4 at minus 2.32 and minus 1.65. 40 round mags. FTAC Ripper 56 at 0.62 and 0.23. Polar Fire S at 0.68 and 0.65. And the CADS 10 barrel at 0.37 and 0.28. Now you're probably thinking, well, in this gun, why didn't you max everything out? It's a bigger gun, longer barrel, slower ADS, and we have an optic on it, so we don't max out to benefit our ADS speed. Going into firing range, I mean, you can see that. See, it's already still so slow, and we don't want to make that any slower. Recoil control wise, I really enjoy this gun. I don't think it's too terrible. People might have a problem with this one. This is what your spray pattern looks like. It's very aggressive up and to the right, then back to the left, where a strafe kind of comes in when you shoot. People don't realize when I shoot, I'm doing this right here. I'm strafing left or right. So if I'm shooting at that guy, I'm strafing left or right, and that helps eliminate a lot of that horizontal recoil. But look, let's see what the headshot count is with this gun. Let's see. There's no way I'm hitting headshots on that. We'll just shoot this guy up close. 2 headshots. Let's do a body shot and a headshot. Another body shot. That's a 3-shot kill. So if you hit someone like boom, boom, and then headshot, they're gonna die. And if you think of it this way, this is no control here. You can spray up somebody. Like, I'm not gonna control it's on their chest because the recoil is naturally gonna bring it to their head. That's actually crazy to think about. This gun rips. Oh, it rips. If you haven't seen the video I've just made for this gun, I dropped 36 kills, right under 11,000 damage, and had 4 people knocked when I died. So easy 40 bombs sold. It was just me. I was the only one left, so it was hard to fight off all the teams. But I mean, 11,000 damage, 36 kills, should have been 40. That's outrageous, and that is because of this gun right here, gang. Listen, if you're new to the channel, enjoy the content, made it this far of the video, I love you. And I thank you, and I hope you hit that sub button, man. Crush that button. Why did I say this? I said, man. Look, hit that sub button. Press that like button. I'll catch y'all tomorrow for another heater. Let's get it, gang.